I'd like to tell a very special story about one of our very special operators. Would Lamont Moore please come up? Good morning. How are you? Good. When we talk about the quality people we have at the Bi-State Development Agency in Metro, and that they're the face of the franchise, this is exactly what we're talking about. Let me tell you a great story. On October the 26th, you were operating your caller ride van over on Hodiamont, right? When he saw smoke coming out of the building while he was on his route. Recognizing the smoke, recognizing the fire, he pulled over to see if he could lend some assistance because there were no emergency vehicles there at the time, right? Unfortunately, there were people trapped on the second floor of the building. Hello? We lost somebody. There were people trapped. There was a family trapped on the second floor of the building. Mr. Moore pulled over, was talking to the woman in the window. She was hesitant about jumping, was going to jump out. He gave her direction about how to safely lower herself. Mr. Moore helped her down, and then he realized that her toddler was also on the second floor with another adult, as I understand the story. So Mr. Moore said, "I'll catch the baby." Excuse me, I'm losing my voice this morning, particularly when I tell a story like this. They dropped the child to Mr. Moore, who caught it. The child landed safely, and then finally emergency personnel arrived to get the rest of the people out. Do I have the story correct? Yeah, I mean, it is a tremendous story. Now, it would be remarkable for all those reasons, but to just tell you a little bit more about the rest of that story and the type of people we're fortunate to attract to our agency, he then looked at his watch apparently and said, "I got to get back to my route." After saving people, he then completed his route. And it would be remarkable for that reason as well. But to tell you something else about Mr. Moore personally, he didn't go back to the shop and start bragging about the story. He didn't start telling everybody that it happened. Apparently some time had passed and you just happened to mention it when it came up, I don't know, in the press or something else, but it was just part of a day's work. Ladies and gentlemen, there are really no words to describe or to thank or to recognize that type of commitment, not only to the company, but to the people that we serve. And I know, given the circumstances, that you made a tremendous difference in the lives of a lot of people that day. And so you are to be commended for that and for the great job that you do for us on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, me and our staff, all your fellow workers, the people who do know about it. Thank you very, very much for what you've done. I have a token of our appreciation. Reciting your courage and your valor and your devotion to duty. You'll be pleased to know I'm not going to read the whole thing. I basically recited the story. But this is a token of our appreciation. And while it's nice to see, and I hope you'll hang it on your wall, when you look at it, I hope you don't really remember the meeting this morning or that I presented it to you. What I hope you remember is you look at it and you remember what a great example you are of being of not only a great employee, but a great person who stepped up and exhibited your courage and your valor to make a difference in the lives of people. And I hope that's what you always remember, because certainly that's what we're going to remember. So for us, on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, our staff, everybody you work with who admires you, Mr. Moore, thank you very, very much for what you've done.